Hey people, it's Niall Stokey. This is from Forbes. You will likely need to get a COVID shot to fly in 2021. Want to take a vacation next year? Prepare to roll up your sleeve. Yesterday, the top executive at Australia's largest airline said proof of getting the COVID-19 vaccination will be a necessity for boarding international flights in the future. I think that's going to be a common thing talking to my colleagues in other airlines around the globe, said Alan Joyce, CEO of Qantas, in an interview with Australia's Nine Network. Joyce said Qantas will change its terms and conditions. We will ask people to have a vaccination before they can get on the aircraft. For international visitors coming out and people leaving the country, we think that's a necessity. The head of major US airlines will most certainly reach the same conclusion. On a call with investors back in April, Ed Bastian, the CEO of Delta Airlines, said he would make whatever changes to the business model that will be necessary, including adopting so-called immunity passports if required by US government. At the time, Bastian said that if an immunity passport helped other passengers feel more at ease with their fellow passengers, so be it. It's going to be confidence in their safety, their personal safety, not just their physical safety. The majority of Americans strongly support a no proof of immunity, no ticket policy after COVID-19 vaccinations are widely available to the public. I want to know where they got those figures from. What do you call it? You can always make statistics say whatever you want. I said, do you know that COVID has killed blah 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 amount of Americans? Do you know that COVID is highly infectious? And then I followed that up with, do you support making all travelers get COVID vaccines? Yes, I do. Again, always remember, these statistics are inflated. They keep showing you the number of cases. The number of people who have actually died is actually very, very, very small compared to the actual people who are allegedly infected. And one thing I want to say is when they keep saying you have to get tested or the amount of people who are asymptomatic. Asymptomatic is frankly a moronic idea. You can be asymptomatic for everything. People can literally have AIDS or other deadly diseases and be immune to it, but possibly be carriers and infect others. Are we going to shut down everything worldwide for every disease? You can't live your life in fear. I remember seeing something that said that your home is actually the most dangerous place. Are you going to now start living in a tent because you don't want to trip over some electrical cord and strangle yourself to death, Final Destination style? Come on, man. 2 out of 3 Americans, 66%, said that once vaccinations roll out, airline passengers should be required to show proof of vaccinations in order to fly, according to the latest Harris Poll COVID-19 tracking survey. A hefty 62% of respondents say it should be a federal mandate, while the same percentage, 62%, say it would support individual airlines making the requirement. Until there is widespread distribution of a vaccine, a whopping 82% of Americans believe airlines should keep the middle seat open per the survey. So the airlines are going to be made to lose a huge amount of money by keeping a major section of the aircraft empty. And I want people to understand this. An airplane is a sealed environment. There's no air, except for the air that's already in there. So what you're asking, even if you get on a plane and everyone is vaccinated, according to these pro-vaxxers, all it takes is for one person with COVID to cough on there or to breathe while they took the mask off and they'll spread it everywhere. That's just because according to them, every person who is not vaccinated or who has the disease can spread it to anybody else. So all it would take is someone who contracts it and spreads it anyway. Anyway, let's keep going. Among US carriers, only Delta Airlines will block the middle seat from March 2021. While most airlines adopted this practice early in the pandemic, one by one, the country's 2 other legacy carriers, American and United, as well as low-cost carriers like Frontier, JetBlue, and Southwest, has relaxed its policy. Meanwhile, the CDC issued new guidance over the weekend for Americans traveling out of the country. The agency now recommends getting a viral test for COVID-19 at 3 different times: before, during, and after your trip. What's the point of during? Like, if you're feeling fine, oh, for God's sake, I'll just keep going. Getting tested in combination with staying home significantly reduces travelers' risk of spreading COVID-19, according to the guidance. Still, with multiple vaccines on the way, it became increasingly clear that many would-be travelers are simply playing the waiting game. According to Harris Poll, just over 2/3 of respondents say 68% said a COVID-19 vaccine will determine whether they travel again. We're all hoping that a COVID-19 vaccine will be a game changer for society, but the data certainly shows it may be just that for the air travel industry, said John Gerzema, CEO of Harris Poll. While the travel in public is certainty, and nearly 7 in 10 say a vaccine will have a major impact on when they travel again. I want to tell you something. Benjamin Franklin once said, people that will trade their freedom for security deserve neither. And living in fear is not the way of a free society. Something, if you spend your life thinking, I'm going to die, or what's going to kill me, you'll never enjoy life. Because I'll tell you something. Let's just say that you're one of those people that genuinely believe all this. You could take the vaccine shot, go on a plane, go there, get to your destination, and get hit by a car. Life does not work that way, that there's any guarantees. So I have a message for you. Just grow up and get over it. You can't live your life in fear. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Actually, I just want to share a joke with you. Like, someone's obsessed with death. Someone says to him, just calm down and think positive. Yeah, okay, I'm going to die, I'm going to die painlessly. Anyway, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to support the channel, leave my GoFundMe there as well. I'll leave the sources in the description. If you'd like to check out one of my t-shirts, I'll leave that there as well. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll leave that there as well. Peace.